Hi, I'm starting a new series on G-codes. Just going to basically go through all the G-codes. I'm going to be starting with G0. Alright. Okay, so what is G0? Well, if you go over here and you go click on G-codes, you'll get a box that pops up that goes all over all the various G-codes. There's another one over here for M-codes. I'm starting with G-code, so I like to just kind of put it over here so I can look at it, read it while I'm working over here. So if I go to G0, it's rapid positioning. So basically, if you want to get from one position in the XYZ to another quickly, this is how your mill positions for another hole quickly. You'll see a lot of G0 codes if you go through one of your G-code files. But basically, if you're going to be entering it in manually, there's the manual data input, I believe, the MDI. And there's a box right here where you can enter code. So what I'll do is I'll zero out my X, Y, and Z here, so it's all 0. Now to do G0, you have to enter G0 and what other X, Y, Z, whatever coordinates you want to go to. You could just put G0 and X1, or you can do G0 X1 Y2 and go to a particular position in all 3 axes or more axes. We've got more axes, but you don't even have to enter them all in at once. You can just activate it and then type in the others later. So you can, to activate it, you just type a G0, enter, and now G0 is active. And say if I wanted to go to, we're at XYZ now. If I wanted to go to, say, X1, basically taking it to 1 inch, I'm working in inches, 1 inch to the right, I would just type X1. I type lowercase, uppercase, it still works. It converts it to uppercase, but hit enter, and you can see now that it has moved to 1, and it moved 1 on my mill. Or if I wanted to, I can go back. I can go X0, and they go right back to where it was, as you can see over here. And if I wanted to go to X1, Y1, and say Z. You got to be careful with this one because you might hit the stop if you're going up. So I'll go into negative. Negative, oops, Z, -1. And I should move 1 inch on all of these. And as you can see, it moved 1 inch, and my mill all moved 1 inch. And if I want to go back to all zeros, X0, Y0, Z0. I've moved everything back to exactly 0, and as you can hear, my mill moved also. Actually, you don't even need to put spaces in there. You can type X1, Z1, Y1, Z1. Oops, I made that mistake. I didn't put a negative on the Z. You can put it in any sequence you want. So it seems to be pretty flexible, and the G0 will stay active until you change it. You know, you could change it to a G1. You can change it to a G1, and now it'll move. And if I go, let me say, my Z went up too high and I hit the stop. I didn't have soft limits turned on. So let's see, we'll go take it back, say Z negative 1. But it took it at a slower pace because that's what G1 is linear movement at a feed rate. So if you wanted to go to at a specific speed, that's what. But I'll go into that later. I'm just covering G0 right now. And say I bring it roughly on Z0 of this particular piece of metal, mild steel, and say I wanted to go to this corner over here, and I know that this bar is 6 1/4 by 1. Let me bring it up a bit because I don't want to scrape on there. Let me zero these out. 0, 0, 0. Okay, I'm going to bring it up a hair so we don't scrape on it. And so say I want to go to this point over here. I know it's 6 1/4 and 1. So I'm going to type, I'm going to go back to the MDI screen and go back to G0 to reactivate the rapid movement. And I'm going to type G, oops, not G, sorry, X 6.25 and Y 1 and hit enter. You can see it rapidly moved over to the opposite corner right there. So those are just some examples of what you can do with it. You could actually face mill with a combination of this. You can face mill with you can face mill with G1, but this is more for like rapid movement if you want to get from one point to the other. Not all that necessarily all that common to use, but you know, just to understand it, you could actually write your own code if you knew all the dimensions. But all right.